One of the most common questions runners ask me is, what can they do to optimize recovery after a run? Now, to be honest, the best thing you can do is get into the habit of building recovery weeks into your training plan. So not just what you do immediately after a run, but that you make sure that you catch up on recovery every 4 or so weeks. So let me explain why you need this and how it works. Basically, whenever you do a run or any other workout or any physical activity, the body accumulates micro damage. Now, this is normal and it's part of the process that we use to grow stronger. So that recovery time after a run, your body then rebuilds the micro damage, and it acts as a signal that actually these tissues need to be stronger. So then it repairs the damage, but it repairs it stronger than before, and that's why you can do more and more exercise as you go along. But now the problem is, our bodies can't always fully recover after every run, especially if you're pushing your training to the limits. Like for instance, I'm currently training to improve my 5K time. So I'm following an 8-week program where I am adding in tempo runs, speed work, interval sessions, longer runs. And like for instance, last week was my 3rd week in the plan, and I could really feel I was pushing those intervals to the limit. And if I had gone any further or do more reps, I think I would have pulled a quad muscle. So this week, my 4th week, is now my recovery week. And what a recovery week does is it helps your body catch up on that repair that it didn't fully get to when you were pushing during the week. So it just means that if there's anything that's been accumulating that can cause injuries, it now has time to repair it, and then you can go again. So how do you do a recovery week? Well, the idea is that you try and reduce your training load by about 20 or 30%. Now, how you go about this will depend on the type of training that you're currently doing. So remember that training load doesn't just refer to the distance you're running. It's also how fast you're running. So if you do an interval session where you run short bits but really high, that training load can be equal to a very long run. But other factors can play a role as well, like for instance heat and humidity. That can increase your training load as well. We're at the moment in Bali and it's super humid and really hot. So if I leave my runs until 8 in the morning, then I want to pass out because it gets so hot and the training load is higher. So this morning, this is my first day in my recovery week, and I was due to do intervals. So last week I did 3 times 600 meter intervals, and I went out quite late for the run, so it was really hot, and I could feel by the last one, I was on the verge of pulling a quad or something. It was hard. So this week I only did 3 times 400s, and I made sure that I went out at 7 or even a little bit before that, so that it was much cooler. And yeah, the session felt fine. I felt I worked hard, but I wasn't at all near my limits. So why am I not just doing easy runs the whole week to recover? Because my aim is to increase my speed, and I don't want to lose the gains that I've just made. So a much better way, if you're in a program where speed is your focus and getting the intensity up is your focus, then instead of stopping all high intensity, you just bring it down so that the sessions is short, sharp sessions. So you're keeping that speed, keeping that intensity, having that stimulus, but it's not pushing you to the full extreme. My easy runs, I'm just going to bring down that they're just really shorter than what they were in the last 3 weeks. And for my tempo run, again, I'm going to keep the speed the same, but I'm going to make the distance shorter. So the stimulus is there, but I'm not pushing to the limit. And the next week is week 5, and I can push my intensity, push my tempo runs and everything again, so that I can continue improving again. So let me know if you've got any questions, and if there's any other running related questions or recovery related questions, make sure you ask them in the comments. The more specific you can be with your questions, the easier it is for me to answer them. So yeah, take care.